Yo, it's a crack! In today's episode, I'm bringing you the pressing portion of the workout I completed at the gym earlier this morning. If you've been a member of our growing community here on YouTube, you know that I'm a huge proponent of the basic movements and simplicity as a great path to work towards your goals in the gym. I kick things off with the heaviest set. I add 30 extra kilos to my body weight so that I can work within the lower end of what's typically seen as the hypertrophy rep range. As someone who seeks to maximize muscle growth, I start most of my sessions with a heavy-duty compound lift as an opener, where my top priority is to work with great intensity, usually between 4 to 6 reps. Once I've completed this special first set, I would typically take some weight off the lift so that I can accumulate high-quality tonnage at relevant intensity ranges for what I'm trying to accomplish here. In the particular case of this set of weighted dips, I removed roughly 20% of the load, which in turn allows me to work within slightly higher repetitions. I complete 8 reps in the second set with 0 repetitions in reserve, and I pretty much repeat this performance in the subsequent one. However, I think that everyone could tell that reaching the 8th repetition in the third set looks like quite the struggle for me, given how much and how long I have to strain myself to lock out my elbows at the top. From a hypertrophy standpoint, you can clearly see that these sets are very stimulatory, judging from the level of effort I'm putting the primary muscle movers under. As a result, muscle fatigue ramps up quite quickly, and despite resting 5 to 6 minutes in between sets, I'm not able to replicate the same level of performance by the 4th and final set. Had I not struggled so much in the second and third set, I would have remained engaged a little bit longer at the sticking point in the 4th set. However, this is only the first section of the workout, so I need to pace myself for the upcoming exercises. Every second you spend at a sticking point near muscular failure during a heavy compound lift could be very costly from an energy point of view. So I decide to terminate the set and exit the exercise safely. You can only make this type of call once you've come across these situations multiple times across many lifts, and you know from experience that sometimes the juice might not be worth this balls to the wall kind of squeeze. To my mind, it makes much more sense to go all out and beyond during the following exercise, which I use as the finisher for my pectoralis. I think that a high effort technique like a drop set deployed within the stability and safety that a chest press machine provides is a very powerful combination to maximize local muscle growth. A side note for those who don't know, a drop set is simply a series of sets, each taken to muscular failure, where the resistance drops in each subsequent set as muscular fatigue increases over time. Yes, my chest, front shoulder, and triceps have worked very hard to complete the weighted dip section, but I also think that these muscles have only been put to the test under the conventional conditions of a regular straight set. Intermediate lifters like myself should occasionally implement high-effort techniques throughout the duration of the session in a way that makes sense for them and their goals. In my personal case, I know that after this chest press machine, there will be no other pressing motion programmed for the day, so it's time for me to launch a last, nasty, and brutal offensive on the same muscles I just punished during the weighted dips. And not only do I implement a drop set, which is a high effort technique as I said before, but I also extend each set by reaching 2 types of failure. The first one will be failing to complete the full range of motion repetition because I can no longer lock out my elbows at the end of the press. And the second type of failure will come to fruition as I continue to work within a much shorter range of motion in the part of the lift where my chest is maximally stretched, aka the bottom. In sum, this finisher exercises allows me to reach 2 different failure types 6 times within a very short time frame. And more importantly, I do it in a safe manner given that I'm working with equipment that doesn't have a stability or highly complex technique requirement. Here is all about raw effort in the targeted muscles. In sum, I just share with you 5 sets in total. It's not much on paper for sure, but each and every one of them have been highly stimulatory to grow my chest. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy this type of content, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace, but war in training.